We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 29, Wilson. A dump off now to Hill.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Broncos. Marquez Valdez-Scantling hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Play action. It's Wilson. Trying to improvise. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Romeo Okwara in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything. With it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, it's Logan. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
45, 45, 45,
On 2nd and a couple, Jackson. Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Jackson on first down, being chased out left, looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Jackson now. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll just get rid of it. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there for Detroit. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Green 80. Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. 13. He's coming. Check in. Nice,
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on second and long, Jackson. And this one complete to Gafford. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Here's Jackson to throw. He sets to fire deep. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
14. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Hey, 0.
Wilson will throw again. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Let's go, guys. Go down.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Lions are able to cover this one. A gutsy call there. Yangs at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and had the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Once more, Murray.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And he will not make it to the goal line. He'll come up short. And they'll be unable to get this back within 1 score as it stays a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the intercept.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll just get rid of it.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jackson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Eric Murray. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's got his big tight end here. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Again, Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Wilson going to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Wilson. Underneath here to Hill. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, touchdown number 22 on the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Jerry Jeudy
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jerry Hughes racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Kaepernick to throw again. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback?
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Just keeping the play alive. And he wisely will throw that one away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. The 30.
Oh, my goodness.
10. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can...
It got his man complete. A huge play there for Denver. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. There's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, a nice grab by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now McManus for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing on third. Goff. Flush to his right. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and 10. Goff again. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And yes, folks, that is his fifth interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.